Hi everyone, it's Heidi with the Usborne Experience coming back at ya with a brand new release for fall 2018. And it is the newest topic in our My Very First series. We have lots and lots in this series, including My Very First World. We used to have My Very First Castles, My Very First Dinosaurs, all kinds. But I love our ocean and under the sea books. So this is Seas and Oceans. And this is a perfect beginner nonfiction book for toddlers, ages 2 and 3. Guys, nonfiction science books for ages 2 and 3. You can't find that many places, and that's what really got me hooked on Usborne. So this book does not have any flaps. So if you have a toddler who likes to rip flaps off, this is a good choice for you. It's very, very, very sturdy hardback, and the pages are a very thick, shiny cardstock that can be wiped off really easily. And so it starts with Watery World. You'll notice the pictures are big, they're vibrant, and there's not too much text. And the text that is here is in small chunks, maybe 1 sentence or 2 sentences max, which is great to hold attention. So once you've read this sentence, you're already looking at the next thing, which is totally amazing for toddlers. Who lives in the sea? So there's some categorizing here, and I love right here that shows under the magnifying glass the tiny, tiny creatures like plankton that are in the sea. On the seashore, so we're hitting all parts of the ocean and sea. It talks about low tide and high tide and what it means, about cliffs and roots of trees that grow into the sea, and really fun things that they may see around them themselves. Oh my gosh, what is that situation? That is a sarcastic fringe head? It's my kind of fringe head. I love some good sarcasm. That's horrific. Some sea creatures don't need to hide away or disguise themselves. Instead, they have bright markings to warn other animals they're dangerous. Well, that one wins the award for a dangerously, awesomely named fish. Hiding and showing off, like look at that sea cucumber. It's so fancy. Look at the coral reef page is always my favorite. Look at how much there is to see on there. This is why it's great for toddlers. Toddlers love that sensory stimulation, and this is so good for them. Again, there's just some categorizing of the fish themselves or the creatures, and we have lots of books like that that just have categorizing, but I personally find those a little boring. Kids love them, but this holds my attention when I'm reading it at bedtime. So coral reefs are full of food and safe places to hide from hungry hunters. So all sorts of creatures live in them. And there's so much to read and so much to talk about. The wind and the waves. So we go from a lot of sensory here to much simpler chunks of images. Where you can go from one to the other very easily. It talks about how to surf, ocean giants. So we do have our big book of sea creatures where you would have a page like this and it would fold out into a big 4-fold. So again, this is good for the littler ones, and it talks about the whale shark and barbels or whiskers to help the shark sense food, a mouth with over 300 teeth. So just awesome facts that little ones love to learn and reiterate, because we all make a big deal of it, right? Because it's adorable when they know stuff like this. Look at that giant squid. We've got a page, I love this page, on kelp forests. Look at that page. How beautiful and fun is that? My guy loves otters. We have That's Not My Otter, which he just adores, and a stuffed otter. So this is all about what lives in the kelp, including otters. Exploring the seabed, and it goes down to sea cucumbers, squat lobster, hagfish, all kinds of neat things. Look at this one. What is that? I don't know what that is. In some deep parts of the ocean, openings pour out hot, dark water from under the seabed. Many creatures live here as the water is warm and full of food. Did I know that? It's like an underwater volcano system. Interesting. Submersibles are in here. Look at, they're even showing how, I forget what this is called, but when scientists go down and they quadrant off areas to study. So cool. On the Move. Look at that. And it's showing how a baby turtle escapes from its shell. It's showing humpback whales. It's showing a baby salmon and how it swims upstream. So much science, so much learning, and the pages go on and on. Frozen ocean. What's this? Boats and ships. Oh my gosh. What little kid isn't gonna love that? Oh, I always love the deep, dark sea pages. Creatures of the deep. Those guys are fascinating. Totally fascinating. There's even more pages. Food from the sea. Look at that. I always find ways to get my kids to eat interesting food because I reference our books and even how they catch them. And then maps of seas and oceans. Look at that, and it shows where you can see certain sea creatures and in which seas you find them. Knock it off. I don't even know that stuff. This book is only $11.99 on our site and available right now. You can get it at theusborneexperience.com, and you can find me right here on YouTube going over more new releases. I have sweat pouring down my back because of these lights and my cardigan. Whew. And you can find me at Facebook and Instagram at The Usborne Experience. But Heidi, I feel like I need to go jump in the sea. I wish I was closer to it. Thanks for watching.